Apocalypse Gaming.
Right then, so now I've been building in my next Let's Get It Build But Not Painted challenge for myself some Deadzone terrain. This is one urban Deadzone battle set from the Kickstarter. Yes, not the second Kickstarter, not even the third. There's 3 Kickstarters, I can't remember, but the original Deadzone Kickstarter, it hadn't been built, so I've built this setup, and I've built this so that that could either sit there and make it look like one huge big unit, or that can be taken out and you get 2 separate units. I've also tried to build this in such a way that you can turn it and sit it as if that unit belongs there. So it's just to give it a slightly different feel but have the bits built together. So that was my boy sneezing through it. Now, something I have discovered, which I remember reading about way at the time, is once you build this, it really is built. I know it's supposed to be interchangeable, but it's not, so I've gone and glued all the clips together, because I tried to take a clip out because I had clips here, and then looking at it I thought it doesn't look like it's logically easy accessible the top of that platform, so let's put the ladders in. Clip tried to take out, broke it. Next clip I tried to break out, broke it. Third clip I tried to break out, I broke most of the thing because it went flying across the floor. So certain clips have all had to be glued back together to put the beast back together. So yes, I've filed some of the holes larger to make clips fit, and yes, I've filed some of the clips. I think filing the clips is better than filing the holes for putting it together. But overall, find the design you're looking to build it in, and then you pretty much are stuck with it. So that's one set done. I also have, I think this is another Urban Battle Zone set, because there was one in the Deadzone box. There was one all bagged up from when the Kickstarter came, so this one I've also cut out of the screws. There's this set here, which I actually don't know what it is at the minute. What's it called? Scenery Expansion Sprue Bundle. 4 urban sprues, D and E, whatever they are, so I'll give a look at that. This is supposed to be a landing platform, which was the very first set that I'd cut out, but I'm missing 2 sprues. So I've written off to Mantic and asked them, can you help me out? But I don't expect they will be, because the time that's went past, I very much doubt they would say, yeah, okay, there's your 2 missing sprues. They'll probably say bolt, and I wouldn't blame them, because it's my fault for checking it off incorrectly over the time it was. Let me just close that lid, because I've got more underneath being built. But this has all been stored up until now, so there is also, this is what I did when I first got them, Core Worlds 4 terrain sprues. So I'm not sure if that's just the same. That looks the same again as that first set. Yep. So that's another one of the core sets, just the same as what I've built there, but obviously I'll be building it differently. The fortification set, which hopefully it's all there. So that builds more like a bunker, so that'll be built up like a bastion or something when I do it. And there's some ruined bits as well here, which can get tagged onto a few wee bits. And Urban Battle, some accessories, so bridge, what do you call them? Help! Fences and ladders, things like that. So we've got all of this still to build up. This one will go into storage whilst I get another set cut out and de-sprued, but just thought I'd give you another wee update on build it but not paint it. Take care. So here I have the fortification set out, and a couple of things. This is the cornery sections, or a straight section and a corner join section we have here. That's the corner one, that's the straight. So the corner ones go on and allow that here. These then connect to it. It's taken me a wee bit just to figure out how these work, because I would have thought that that would have been inverted round 90 degrees, but it seems it's this way, and that That doesn't necessarily want to sit straight on 90, as we can see, so it's going to take a bit of pressure. When I pull it back, it works just when I go to glue these in place. However, this is a door entryway, and looking at it, I also want my doors, here we go, to come on and off easily. Now, there will be a vertical clip at the top here, but I'm not sure if I also want to try and magnetise that to try and make the doors open and close easier. So that's the process I'm thinking about and looking at the minute. To say, with the vertical clip, maybe just file that out and leave it loose, and that might be enough, or maybe it needs the magnets. The issue being, I've got my calipers out. The side of this is 3 mils. Thinnest magnets I've got is 1.5 mil, so I feel confident enough to be able to drill a 1.5 mil hole in 3 mil. Yeah, actually I do. But on this side, that thin bar is 1.56 mils on a 1.51 to want to be completely precise magnet, which will be a bit harder to do, but it then reverts back to the 3 mils further back. So I could still drill at the top of that and have the magnet recessed slightly further back, and that's where my mind's playing, but I'm not sure if I even need it or not, due to the nature of there will be the vertical clip there where the doorway would be. But as I've found out already, the clips are rather fragile. So the file here and leave it loose, but because it's all glued together, not be able to magnetise, or do I badger on now and put the magnets in and then find I've made a bit of a mess down here because my drill's not been perfectly straight or something, and discover I didn't need the magnets. And that's what's playing through my brain at the minute. So, question answered, magnet isn't going to be needed. So I've built just that corner of what the structure would be like, just to try and get an idea. Door clicks in place, door comes off. So I can't see the magnet actually being needed. So no, didn't need to magnetise the doors because they come off simple enough. Should I want them on or should I want them off? So I was overthinking that one. Overthinking that one by far. Otherwise, that's the fortification built, along with the barricade, or Aegis defence line if you want it to be that for your 40k games. I think that's what it's called if I remember right. It's that long since I've looked at that system. So, nice little piece. Probably more realistic than a GW Bastion would be. Do I like it as much? I don't know. I think I prefer the look of the GW one, but the reality of this feels like more of a real piece, more of a defensive structure than the GW one does. It also feels a more realistic scaled piece than the GW one does. Just not sure if I prefer the look of the GW, which I think I do. So 6.5 a dozen really, but price wise this is far better. So I've fully glued it in place anyway, just so that it's always going to be nice and sturdy and strong. And we'll move on and do another piece now. So most of the terrain's coming along now. I built this one, I was thinking Starship Troopers at the time when I built it. Some sort of defensive structure, but not quite on the square, so that's what I come up with. And then I've built this as well, just a little bit of ruined building. Just a nice wee prefab cabin style one, and over here something more industrial. This separates the two pieces so you could set them up slightly differently. should you wish. Bit of ruin on that side. A big ruined hole right into the middle of it. And coming over, I've got one just gluing up and drying at the minute. So that's the majority of it. Still to hear back from Mantic, but it's only been a couple of days, whether they'll help me out with the landing pad sprues that was missing from the Kickstarter or not. Either way, it's kind of my fault, so I should have checked it more thoroughly. So they're still sitting in there, but otherwise I've just got a few wee bits and bobs left over and a few wee bits and bobs in my case. And I'll see what will come out with them. But just showing you these ones so that I can make some space on my table, because it's nearly dinner time and we need some space to eat.
Apocalypse Gaming.